Okay, alright guys, so let's get started. So today what we're going to do, we're going to talk about nutrition. March is nutrition because spring is coming along, fruits and everything, and a lot of people are confused about shopping. In the grocery store you go, like you don't know, okay, is this good, is this bad, should I buy this, should I not buy this? So today we're going to touch about like somewhat label reading and what you need to do to have good shopping skills so you could buy good food, so you could be healthy and live a long, happy, healthy life. And I'm Dr. Ali Ipchilar, for those of you that don't know me, and we're going to get started right now. So let's start by the beginning. Becoming a good shopper. What does that mean? So when you go shopping, you got to plan the time to go shopping. Don't just go when you're hungry. Because when you're hungry, guess what's going to happen? You buy junk. You know when you're hungry, what food you're going to buy? You're going to see that Doritos, and they put it right at the spot where you know you're going to buy. They put it right at the exit. You say, oh yeah, I got to get this because this I could eat it right now. But go shopping, plan ahead of time when you go shopping so you can buy the stuff that's good for you and that's going to bring you health. So schedule shopping. Don't leave it to chance. Schedule, so you see, you know what, every Sunday, we're going to go shopping. Don't make noise anymore. No, I'm just kidding. We're videoing right now. So don't leave it to chance. Schedule your shopping like twice or once a week. Schedule. You say, I'm going to go shopping from this time to this time. And make a list of things you need to buy for yourself, for the house, for yourself. And if you have a list, it's easier to follow it and buy the things that you need. Come prepared. You see, there we go. Have a list and go for it. Quality should always be the #1 priority. What does quality mean to you? See, do you think organic is better or conventionally grown is better? Organic is better. Everybody knows that, but you see, now because people don't want to spend that little extra money to buy the organic, stores still don't have too much organic food. But if, as shoppers, we start going and demanding that we want good food and we want organic food, guess what? The stores are going to have to bring it in. If people don't go buy regular food anymore, they don't buy the junk food anymore, guess what's going to happen? They're going to carry less of it. I remember when I was a kid, I'm going to make a confession here, I used to drink lots of Coca-Cola, right? I used to drink at least 2 liters of Coke every 2 days. And I never got fat, but I was lucky. But I used to drink 2 liters of Coke every day, and I remember my dad used to go, and back then he used to buy RC Cola, Coca-Cola. He used to go and buy them by the cartons. Like 12 pack of 2-liter Cokes, he used to bring them home, and we used to finish them all the time. But now, since people are more educated, they know that Coke is bad for you. They know that, and what has happened to the size of the bottles?
Getting smaller.
Everything's getting smaller, the cans are getting smaller, and the packaging has become, before they used to come in packages of 24. Now they come in packages of 12 or 16. There isn't any more 24s anymore, right? Why? Because people change their shopping habits, and now Coke and Diet Coke and all these guys are changing. And guess what? What they're putting? What kind of sweeteners they're putting on their Coca-Cola now? That's healthier. Have you guys seen stevia? Yes. Coke with stevia, which is more expensive. Stevia is a natural sweetener because now people are smarter, they research and they learn about these things. So they say, oh, stevia, that must be good. And they buy that and they eat it. But anytime you buy those canned goods, Coca-Cola, it's garbage. Do not eat it. So that's one of the things you should do. So if you go armed with knowledge when you shop, then you're going to have better chances of making the right decisions. Tell me if this is too bright, or you could still see. It's good, right? So I just want my face to be seen for the video, okay? So next, label reading dues. Easiest thing to do when you buy, when you shop, look at the back. If it's small, if it's only 1 line, so let's say you buy pickles, vinegar and cucumbers and garlic, that's good. But if you look at the ingredients and it's a list this big, good or bad? Bad. So don't buy that, right? Simple rule, right? So look for minimal ingredients. The less, the better. Okay? Look for natural ingredients. If you can't pronounce it, it's probably not good for you. Okay? Try to buy more foods without any labels at all. So an apple, what's the label? What's the ingredient of an apple? It's an apple. An orange is an orange. Even if it's not organic, it's still better than buying canned, other stuff that have a big label on it. Okay, so that's simple. Check every label on every single thing you buy. If you're going to buy something and if you're going to ingest something in your body, you might as well give the body the respect it deserves. Check the label. If it has many ingredients, what are you going to do? Not buy it. What if it's on sale and there's 20 for $1? What should you do? Don't buy it. Oh, good. I like the crowd. But yeah, see, people say, well, it's on sale. I gotta buy it. Right? So don't buy it. So avoid man-made ingredients. We're going to talk about man-made ingredients. So avoid anything that's man-made. And man-made stuff is usually stuff you cannot pronounce. We said it here, right? You cannot pronounce. Those are usually man-made. So let's go over this. Organic crunchy Valencian peanut butter. Organic crunchy peanut butter made of organic Valencia peanuts, smaller and sweeter than other peanuts. So now let's see the back, see what it says. Ingredients. Organic roasted unblanched Valencia peanuts may contain 5% or 0.5% or less of the following: cashews, almonds, and or organic sesame seeds. So is this good or bad?
Good.
This is good because the ingredient list is very tiny. So now label reading don'ts. So you should not worry about calories and carbs and proteins and all that stuff because that's just there to confuse you. Right? Do not worry about those things as much as you need to worry about what content is in the labels. Okay? And your body can more efficiently and effectively digest and absorb naturally occurring foods. So such as if you put a fruit in your body knows what to do. But if you put a man-made stuff, that's when you're going to get the bloating, that's when sometimes you might get the diarrhea, the constipation. Why? Because your body's not accustomed to digesting those kind of foods. Beware of questionable or marketing. So we had actually an expert that wrote a book on labels, and she said organic, if you see the label organic, it doesn't really mean organic because now sometimes they put organic with a C beside it, copyright. Like let's say organic Valencia apples with a C beside it. So that means it's a trademark they put for the name of the apple. They say this apple, we're going to call it organic. And I'm just giving you an example. I don't even know if that exists, but this is the marketing schemes they use, the organic whatever, and they put his copyright beside it. So that's a marketing scheme they use to trick us. Like organic chips, right? They do this. So be careful, look at the ingredients. If it's a long ingredient, even though it says organic, it's probably not good for you, okay? Don't buy items with the following ingredients on the label. MSG, monosodium glutamate. That's it. That's a taste enhancers. In Chinese, when you go to Chinese restaurant, usually they add MSG to make it taste better, and it has no value for you, and it's pure garbage in your body. And your body has to fight to try to get rid of it. So why put that stress to your body? So don't buy anything with MSG. So artificial sweeteners, sucralose, Splenda, so those are the pink package or the blue package. Don't buy anything that has those. Aspartame, NutraSweet, Eco, any of those, do not buy. Anything that is sweetened with these, do not buy. And if you have diabetes and your doctor tells you to only eat this as a sweetener, then fire your doctor. Okay? Because these are more damaging to your body. Best thing you need to do if you have diabetes and you like sweet things, I would say, okay, change your taste buds and avoid eating sweet things for some time until your body can heal. I talked about this diabetes more in depth on my first seminar that I did in January, which was on intermittent fasting. If you want to learn more, I'm going to put a link in the description below. You go check it out, and that I go more in depth on what to do to reverse that, not to reverse, but to help your body heal from diabetes. Because diabetes is just a disease that your body has, and it's just a warning sign that something's not working properly. And if you allow your body to start healing, it can heal even from diabetes, high blood pressure, and cholesterol, if it's healthy. Okay? So hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated anything. So whenever you see hydrogenated anything, don't buy it. Refined flour, so that's man has gone and refined it, so don't buy that. Additives, colorings, preservatives, and chemicals. So these are just obvious things, but you just need to be aware. Go grab some water, Doreen, okay? Next, so Skippy. Let's see if this is good. Who's seen this? Skippy is like, we have it here too. So ingredients: freshly roasted peanuts, soybean oil. Is soybean oil good? Not too much. Maltodextrin. I don't know what that is. So I know it is a sweetener, but if you cannot pronounce it and if it's something that is not natural, you don't buy it, right? Icing sugar, more sugar, hydrogenated vegetable oil, so vegetables, and salt. So is this good for you?
No.
Should you buy this?
No.
No. But you see, when you go to the supermarket, what's usually on sale and everybody buys 10 this, right?
Only $1.
Yeah, they make it 99 cents and everybody buys like a jar and they keep it for like a year in there and they give this to the kids. But unluckily, but because there's more kids that are peanut allergy, nobody can buy this to give to their kids to take to school anymore. Right? So at least they sell less. Next, health food. So you see, this is Morningstar sausages. This is the ingredient list. I'm not going to go through the list, but good or bad?
Bad.
But you see the front of it, it says Morningstar sausages links, and it says it's really good for you. I can't even read it, but the front is good, but the back is bad. So it's bad. Bad always wins over good. Alright? I just came up with a quotation right now. Alright, so now quick tips. So you gotta keep your basics and look for staple items in bulk. So when you go out, so let's say you're running out of snacks in your home. What can you buy that's in bulk that you could snack on? Almonds, walnuts, cashews, like organic peanuts, right? So you can buy those in bulk and keep it in the house, and whenever you go out, let's say you know you're going to have a meeting all day, you put a Ziploc bag of almonds and cashews and stuff, you put it in your jacket. Now it's winter time, you can put it in your jacket or in your purse or wherever, or in your car, and you snack on it. When you're hungry, you say, okay, no, I have my almonds, I'm going to snack on my almonds. Because if you don't have the almonds around, guess what's going to happen when you're driving down the road and you see all these fast food places? They all have drive-thrus. Okay, so this is the only place I could go eat, and now they have the deal, 2 Buddy Burgers for $5. I'm going to go buy a Buddy Burger. And you see it's natural meat. Right? That's what's going to happen. But if you have your peanuts beside you, you would grab like 4 or 5 peanuts, you eat that, you have a bottle of water, you drink your water, and guess what? Your hunger's being quenched, and you're not going to be fighting to buy a Big Mac combo or anything like this. Okay? Save money by cooking at home. People say, oh, you know what, Dr. Ali, I can't afford to come see you. But meanwhile, every day they're eating out, they're eating Tim Hortons, they're going at McDonald's, they're spending $100 a week on food, and they say, oh, doctor, and that's out, and they also eat at home. I don't have money to come see you, Dr. Ali, I'm poor. But I say, okay, but what are you doing for food? I eat out every day because I don't have time to cook. Well, maybe make the time, then you're going to have time to take care of your health, you're going to get healthier, and also you're going to be able to take care of yourself too, right? So, best equals fresh, next best frozen, least desirable is canned. Okay? So fresh is always best, okay? And animal products are the most important to be organic. So if you're going to buy something 100% organic, make sure it's your animal products. Your meat, your chicken, make sure that, and you've probably heard of the term grass-fed, right? Grass-fed, you know what that means? That means the cow is grass-fed. He just grazes and he feeds on the grass that's in front of him, right? But the farm-raised animals that we have, most of the meat, they're grain-fed. So the cows are in a little cage for their size, and they just put corn in front of them, and they just mass feed them, and they grow them so quickly, and the cow doesn't move, doesn't do anything, and it just sits there and eats. The chicken, same thing. They have chicken coops, and they just tie them down there. There's too many in a cage and they just feed them whatever they want. But chicken should be, what's the term that I'm looking for? Who knows?
Free range.
Free range. What does free range mean?
They can wander
They're
around.
free and they have a big range, so they could walk around, and they could, if they feel like eating a worm, they eat a worm. If they feel like eating grass, they eat grass. If they feel like eating anything, they eat anything they want. Right? But animals should not be limited to only one type of food to eat. Just imagine yourself. Just imagine every day you ate macaroni and cheese. You would go crazy. Those chickens go crazy too. But their life cycle is so little that as soon as they grow and they start thinking on their own, they feed it to us. Right? So don't buy free-range stuff. Try to source products as local as possible. There are farmers in our community that work to grow natural foods. So find those farmers and talk to them and get the food from them. There's a farm right here, like the farmer's market right here. There's another one on Bathurst Street. So there's lots of natural places where you could go. There's Whole Foods you could go to. But go to these local guys and outsource it. And you might pay a few dollars extra, but that few dollars extra is going to go a long way. And grow what you can on your own. So now it's springtime. Now's the time to start thinking of planting stuff in the garden. If you have a home, so what is the stuff that you could grow in your home? Tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, basil, mint. If you plant mint, every year it's going to come back. You don't even need to plant it. You're going to have it all the time, and you can make mint tea, whatever you want. You can add it to your basil. Chives is another thing that grows every year. It's a perennial. It grows every year. So you could plant chives in the back of your garden if you get good sunlight, or even if you don't have a garden, you could even do it on a balcony in your house, right? If you see south. So try to think about things that you could plant in your home, so you make your own fresh vegetables and fruits at home. Not fruits, but vegetables and herbs. Yes. Thank you. The top 10 toxic foods. And we're going to go over in detail each one of them. So salad dressings, that's something I see a lot of people buy. Kraft salad dressing, right? So salad dressing is the thing that nobody should buy because it's so easy to make salad dressing. You know what the ingredients are to make salad dressings?
Oil and vinegar.
Oil and vinegar. And if you want to spice it up, you add some balsamic, not balsamic, Dijon mustard to it. Right? And you don't even need to mix it in a pan. They're very easy. I'm going to give you a very good recipe. You take a teaspoon or tablespoon of Dijon mustard, however you like. You throw it on your salad. You put oil, olive oil, and you put vinegar, whatever kind of vinegar you like to eat. If you like balsamic, you put balsamic. If you like lemon, you squeeze some lemon in it, and you mix it. And you see, I just threw the scoop in and you just mix it. Dijon mustard is going to spread, and it's the most delicious salt and pepper, and then to taste, and then it's going to be so delicious, and you're not going to want to buy any more of those salad dressings outside. Okay? I see some of you raise your hand and say, "Oh no, I can't buy Kraft either." Yeah, you cannot buy that either, right? So salad dressing, get rid of it. Candy. Many of us are addicted to candy. We have a sweet tooth. And many of us say, "Oh, well, I have diabetes, but it doesn't go away because I love eating this candy and I have to eat it because if I don't eat it, I get a headache and I gotta eat it." Right? So candy, do not eat. Deli package meats. Anything that's deli package, try to avoid those. There are good deli that you could buy and bad deli, like all the stuff that you see in the grocery store, they go on sale, those are bad. But the old school way of making deli that the Italians used to make and they used to cure the meat and everything, those are better, but they're more expensive. Okay? White bread, stay away from, because that's man-made again. It's refined and it's definitely not good for you. Sprayed produce. Because like in the farm, they spray them with chemicals and whatnot. Those chemicals, after a while, they go in your body. Once you ingest them, they go inside your body. So try to stay away from anything that's been sprayed. Margarine is garbage. Who cooks with margarine? I hope nobody raises their hands.
I cook with olive oil.
It wasn't while I cooked.
Okay, look, you have the gun's on you. And you've been coming to my talk. Stop that. Take coconut oil, switch to coconut oil, or use olive oil, or just use grapeseed oil, or just regular butter. Regular organic butter. But coconut oil is the best. I use coconut oil to make everything. But some people don't like the taste of coconut, but then use olive oil, right? But stay away from canola oil and all these vegetable oils. Stay away from those. Anything you see they sell in mass in the stores, you know canola oil when it goes on sale it's $1.99. You see people going and they buying like the whole thing is filled with canola oil. Stay away from anything that's sold in mass like that. Okay, there is a reason why it's sold in mass. Sprayed, we went margarine, diet soda, we talked about, so GMO foods. Does anybody know what GMO stands for?
Genetically modified organisms.
Yeah, you're smart. You should. We're testing out the group. Genetically modified organisms. So anything that says genetically modified, so man has gone in, genetically it's changed the molecular structure of that the DNA or the molecular structure of that. What am I trying to say? Of that produce or whatever, and they changed it. So now, do you think Mother Nature is smarter or man? Mother Nature. So should we go with what Mother Nature gives us or what man thinks is better for our body? Mother Nature. Everybody knows the answer, but why is it when we go shopping, people tend to forget? Because we look at price. We don't look at the quality of the things that we need. So what I'm trying to do is forget about price a little bit. Yeah, price is important. You want to make sure you want to be a smart shopper. There's organic things you could buy that go on sale once in a while. So then when it does, then go buy those things. But just, you got to have a mindset of planning ahead of time. That's one of the first slides that we talked about. Commercial dairy, stay away. I don't eat any dairy, like I don't drink any milk. If you're a milk drinker, I would suggest you stay away from milk. Milk is they say milk does the body good, but it doesn't. They say milk is good for your bones, it's not. Let me give you the reason, the scientific reason why. They say, oh yeah, milk is good because the calcium and it goes in your body and it gets absorbed. Calcium gets absorbed in your stomach when there's an acidic environment. Milk is a basic substance. So when you ingest it, the calcium doesn't even get absorbed by your body because it's basic, it's harder to absorb it. If you're going to take calcium with something, take it with orange juice. Orange juice is like freshly squeezed orange juice. You could take your calcium with orange juice because that's acidic and it's going to make the absorption of the calcium much easier. Seasoned packaged food. So don't buy any packaged foods basically. So we talked about this. So you see, like commercial salad dressing, there's sugar, bad fats, additives like MSGs, colorings, fat-free farce. They say fat-free. Anything fat-free, what do?
Don't get it.
Don't get it. Okay. So if you see fat-free anything, throw it in the garbage. If you go home and you have fat-free stuff, what are you gonna do? Throw it in the garbage. But I know you guys won't throw it in the garbage because I paid money for it. But you see, you either throw it in the garbage and go buy something good for yourself, or you eat it and you're gonna suffer later. People say, okay, how could I prevent Alzheimer's? Well, treat your body healthily. Do the things that your body needs, and you're not gonna get all these degenerative diseases. Like we abuse our bodies and we say, why am I getting this and why am I getting that? Because you don't respect your body. Your body needs to be respected. And if you respect it, it's going to stay healthy. You see, your body has only one purpose. It's to stay alive. See, I have lots of plants in the clinic. These plants have only one purpose. It's to stay alive. If I stop watering the plant, what's going to happen to the plant? No questions asked. If I stop watering my plant for like a month straight, what's going to happen to it? It's going to die. If you start feeding your body, I'm going to use a bad word, your garbage, it's not going to die right away, but it's going to suffer. It's going to give you warning signs. You're going to have constipation, you're going to have diarrhea, you're going to have headaches, you're going to have lack of focus, you're going to have just a lot of bad stuff that's going to happen. So start by respecting your body and do the things that it needs to stay healthy. So one of them is avoid buying commercial salad dressing. The next one, candy. They're high in sugar, high fructose corn syrup. You see, these look good. I know some of you say, "Oh man, I wish I had one of those." I like the orange ones or the red ones. There's lots of bad fats in it, empty calories, additive, sugar. And if you see sugar-free candy, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna buy it.
It's not true that it's sugar.
Everything has sugar, exactly. So Snickers. So who eats Snickers? I'm gonna be honest. I ate one the other day, but a mini one. I went to the store and the guy gave me and I took it. But a regular Snicker bars has 30 grams of sugar. That's 7 teaspoons. So go home if you like Snickers. Instead of Snickers tonight, just eat 7 teaspoons of sugar. Or put it in a glass of water, mix it and drink it. You would not do that because it's too sweet. But Snicker has 7 teaspoons of sugar in it. Hershey's dark chocolate bar. Who likes Hershey's dark chocolate? It's dark chocolate, it must be good for you. It must be good for you, it's dark. Dark is good. But Hershey's dark chocolate bar has 24 grams of sugar. 5.5 teaspoons of sugar. It's not good. Be careful of the marketing that they use. They use words like dark chocolates, and we think it's good. But if it's pure dark chocolate, nobody will like it. So guess what they do so people like it? They add something in it that tastes really good, and everybody loves, which is sugar. And they add it in, and you guys say, "Oh, I mean, it's dark, it's healthy." I read in a paper that dark chocolate is good for you, and everybody starts eating dark chocolate, but they don't read the label because they don't have the knowledge you guys have. They don't turn it around and say, "Oh yeah, wow, there's sugar, boom, boom," and the list is this big. But now you guys know, what are you going to do when you're going to see that big list? Garbage. If you have it in your house, what are you going to do? Give it to the kids next year for Halloween. No, don't give it to the kids. And you see one thing about Halloween now, they do all these fundraisers, right? They say, "Okay, your kids collected chocolate, bring it, we're going to give it to the homeless." Well, poor homeless, why do they deserve all the sugar that you shouldn't eat? They give it to all the homeless people. Just burn it. Right?
On the slide before, you said an important thing that, what's important is absorption.
Yeah.
And fat, for example, has its own role. So, for example, I don't know if you know that if you eat, for example, only rabbit has no fat. If you eat only rabbit, you'll get sick after a number of days because it's not absorbed and becomes a toxin. So fat has its own role. Also, it's a matter of absorption. So, for example, vitamins from pills are never as good as the vitamins from the natural product because they're not absorbed as well. It's think about you're taking a bucket of water and you try to pour it in a bottle with a small thing. So what's important is absorption. So some foods, they have to be in certain combinations. That also helps.
Yeah, sure. So next, we talked about candy. The next thing is Deli Package. We talked about this. So why is it good? It's poor quality meat. It's usually all the poor meat that they have in the stores. They're gonna make Deli Package meat from it. They just throw it in the grinder. They make it and then they package it, and you think it looks good. They add a lot of nitrates that makes it keep its color. They add MSG to give it good flavor, and additives and colors to make it look good. And then you think it's good. The problem is the nitrates are the enemy. So each day, no, that's fine. So do not buy any. You see, like if you go to is it No Frills at the Centerpoint Mall? There's a whole row, probably the size of my clinic, filled with these kind of meats. So try to avoid that row. Do not buy. Okay. Pardon me?
I don't eat those food.
Yeah, you only do when it's summertime. You buy hot dog for the grandchildren. Right. Poor grandkids. All right, next, white bread. So white bread, we know it's bad because look at the ingredient list. Okay, I'm not going to go into details, but they bleach it, they process it, they pass it through machinery to make it look white and good and make it taste. There's no taste, so that's why kids love it, and parents are forced to buy it for their kids. But what if you train your kids to buy the good food? You don't even show them this. You just show them the food that you want them to eat. Kids are only going to eat what you give them to eat. They start crying for a day, okay, you're going to be hungry. Then he's gonna come back to you and say, "Oh, I'm hungry now." You feed him anything, he's gonna eat it. You gotta train him to start liking food, real food, not liking garbage. And kids don't make choices. Like people come, "Oh yeah, my kid doesn't want to come in to get adjusted." No, it's not that the kid doesn't want to come in. You don't want to bring him here, right? My kid, he only likes Coke and Slurpees, right? Who went and bought it for him? Who gave him the money to go buy it for him? You bought it for him. Yeah, you did it because he was crying and you wanted to shut him up and you gave him a Slurpee. You said, "Okay, now do this. Drink this." And now, guess what? He's addicted to that drink and he wants that all the time. So don't blame the poor kid, blame yourself if your kid doesn't want to eat good food, okay? Sprayed food, so anything that's sprayed in the big farms, so you see, you asked about Alzheimer's, what causes it. You see, this sprayed foods causes neurological symptoms, and Alzheimer's is a neurological disease, MS is a neurological disease, and all these problems are because of our diet, or like not because of it. One of the causes of it might be because of the way we're eating, right? So if we change the way we're eating, and if we change our lifestyle, then a lot of these problems, like even Parkinson's is also a neurological disease, could be, if not reversed, improved on. But if we don't try, people say, "Well, I just don't have the time to do it. I'm so busy." Well, you could either be busy figuring out how to cook properly, how to eat properly, how to avoid the food that's causing you to be sick in the first place, or you could be busy later in life, like in 10 years, having to suffer from neurological disease. It's totally your choice. And all we could do is, all I'm doing, I'm giving you the tools for you to make the right choices. I'm giving you the tools in an hour that we have together. I'm giving you the tools to make the right choices so you can live a happy, healthy life for as long as you can. So that's that. What to buy organic. So clean 15. So these are the things you need to buy. The dirty dozen. These are the things you need to buy organic. Peaches, apples, bell peppers, celery, nectarine. And I don't want you to memorize this. I mean, you could memorize it, but the easiest thing to do, now who has a smartphone? Raise your hand if you have a smartphone. See, half the group raised their hands, right? So what I want you to do, next time you go shopping, you type here, clean 15, dirty dozen, clean 15, you just type it, and there's a list that's going to come on your smartphone. And this changes year by year. Every year they change it, right? So you look at it, you say, okay, so peaches, do I want to buy it organic or does it matter? So you look at it and you go by that. So if it's on the dirty dozen, then don't buy it regular. See, kale, it says it's here. So kale, you have to buy organic. So this is, so remember this, dirty dozen, clean 15. Okay, so next time you go shopping, Google that. Margarine, we talked about this, man-made, causes inflammation, added flavors, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. So, Richard, no more margarine for you. So when we go home, what are you going to do for that margarine?
Oh, I have olive oil at home.
No, but what are you going to do with this margarine?
Throw it out.
Throw it out, there we go, good. So diet pop, so we talk, because it's diet doesn't mean it's good for you. Right? Who drinks still diet pop? Raise your hand. Be honest with me. Don't lie to me.
I only drink coffee.
Okay, good. So you see, you have the problems. You gotta stop doing that. See, when you do that, when you eating all the stuff that we're saying not to eat, you're like throwing. You want it. There's a fire inside your building, and you want to turn the fire off. You say, "Well, hold on. Let me throw in a couple of other woods here. I want to burn that too." You just never letting the fire go down. You just burning. If you want to let the fire slow down, you got to do cold turkey. You say, "You know what? Starting today, I'm not going to do it anymore." People that quit smoking, they do a cold turkey. They don't do it. Okay, I'm going to smoke only. I'm smoking a pack now. I'm going to smoke pack minus 1 cigarette for the next week. Pack minus 2 cigarettes for the next. Doesn't work. If you choose to quit smoking, you choose to do it and you just quit. If you choose to be healthy, you choose it and you do it. There is no, okay, I'm gonna only have 1 Diet Coke this week, and no, make it 5. 5, I usually eat 7. I'm only gonna have 5 this week. That's a good start. No, you gotta completely stop it. And if your body's breaking down and you know it's breaking down, then you gotta do it quicker than you like right now you gotta say, I'm not gonna do it anymore. I just chose not to do it anymore. And you're gonna be saving money too. They're not cheap now. Yeah.
I have a suggestion. So before you said that we have to do a list when we buy,
Mm.
also try to buy organic or free range a little bit better. But you'll say, okay, how can I find it at a better price, right? So if you have a smartphone, there's an application named Flip, F-L-I-P-P. So that one, you say, you go and you enter and you can search about whatever, organic apples, organic cherries, free range this, free range that. And they'll show you in the current flyers where it is, and then you'll choose the one which is cheaper. And you click on that twice, and it will circle it and add it to your list. So you can have your list there. So when you go, you can look at the list, okay, let's buy this and that.
Okay, thank you.
It's split.
Flip, F-I-L.
F-L-I-P-P.
Yeah.
You go to Google, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
hold on, let's go
Google
through
Play.
the talk, at the end, we'll have a discussion, so anything that we have that we wanna discuss, let's do it at the end, so I could finish the seminar, but, that's a good point, Nick, and we'll definitely, pass that, information on to people. Genetically modified foods, we already talked about, so do not buy anything that's genetically modified, anything that's mass produced that's on sale is usually genetically modified, so stay away from those. Commercial dairy, so usually the animals are not even that healthy, they're in cages, so it's not really good product, so I said stay away from dairy. What's the only animal in the world that eats milk after it's an adult, after it becomes a kid? Humans, we're the only ones. So there's a problem here. And who was it that said, oh, you know what, that cow, that looks pretty sexy, I'm gonna go suck on it and see what comes out. So he went and sucked on it, he said, oh, there's milk, I like milk, so they started like squeezing the milk out of the cow, and now poor cows are just sitting there and they're just giving us milk. So milk, you don't need it. Babies need milk, but they don't need a cow's milk. Whose milk do they need? Mother's milk. Because a cow, how big is a cow compared to a human? Like a cow's massive. Like in my office, we have like 15, 20 people here. We couldn't fit 3-4 cows in here because they're just massive. So guess what size the protein of a cow is compared to a protein of a human? Just that much bigger, right? So when we take it, it's harder for us to digest it. So if you're gonna have milk, find a woman that's lactating and have her milk. But and if you can't find a lactating woman, then don't drink any milk. Right? So if she sells it, of course. Yeah. So that's that. So milk, seasoned packaged foods. So stay away from packaged foods, from packages, pasta, rice mixes. Stick with the flavor packet. Anything that's flavored. So you see like Doritos. We talked about that initially. Soups and soup mixes. Stay away from. Make it at home. We talked about my last intermittent fasting talk that we did. We said how to make soup. So, pardon me? Yeah, you make your own bone broth. It's really easy to make. Who knows how to make bone broth?
It's easy.
It's really easy. You buy organic chicken. You take the chicken out. You take the bones. You throw it in a pot. You cut up some. Actually, before you throw it out, you cut up some celery, some onions, some carrots, whatever you want. You fry it a little bit. Then you throw the bone on it. And then you you fill it with water, and you let it simmer for a few hours. And then you have bone broth. And then you let it cool outside or in your fridge, and then this fat is gonna separate. You take the fat out, you throw the fat out, and then you have fresh, homemade bone broth. If it's too much bone broth, don't throw it out. What are you gonna do? You're gonna freeze it. You put it in a container, you put it in your freezer, and when you need it, you take it out, you melt it, and you make yourself fresh soup. Whatever you want. That's how you make soup, right? So you don't need to go buy soup mixes and the powder and put this and that. You just make it, and it takes a few hours, but you gotta prepare ahead of time. You make soup on Sunday, you could have soup all week, or you just freeze it, and once every couple of weeks you have soup. Okay? And avoid frozen meals. We said that. Top 10 alternatives. So for salad dressings, we talked about it, make your own. Candy, just don't have sugar. Kick the sugar habit. I know that's a tough one for many of us, but just kick it. Deli Package meat, So go clean sources. There are good delis too that you can buy, but they're a little bit more expensive. You gotta go to those fancy Italian butchers, and they would have better quality deli there. White breads, so buy instead whole sprouted stone ground bread. Spray produce, so go to the clean 15 dirty dozen list and shop based on that. And margarine, so no more margarine, you're going to replace it with organic butter, olive oil, or coconut oil. Okay? Yes?
What is the difference between butter and organic butter? I know the taste.
Yeah, so it's the process of how they made it. Organic, it comes from natural sources, so it's a natural milk that they use to make it, but the regular butter, they just, you don't know what's in it. Like, I mean, they use, right?
Yeah, I know, it doesn't taste good now like it did a few years ago.
What, the organic or the
No,
regular?
the regular butter. Doesn't taste the same at all.
Yeah.
It tastes more like a shortening,
Sure, so don't have it.
just colored yellow.
So don't have it anymore. So next, diet drinks or soft drinks. So instead, get in the habit of drinking. If you like diet soda, drink it green tea. Drink water. If you like your water to have flavor, what could you add to add flavor that's healthy? Lemon. You could cut up some strawberries and put it in the water, let it sit, put it in the fridge, and then your water is strawberry flavored water. You don't have to buy $3 bottles. You can just make it at home, and you take that to work and you drink that, and you look fancy. And buy one of those fancy pots, and you know, the stainless steel ones, and you say, oh, you're cool. You're drinking it with your stainless steel bottle, okay? GMO foods, so go for all natural. It's very simple. The stuff I'm saying is very simple, but the problem is we're so bombarded with so much commercials and cheap stuff that we forget about this. You guys, this all makes sense to you guys right now. But you walk outside, you say, oh yeah, let's go no frills, let's go shopping. And then you see all the stuff that's on sale. You say, why would I pay this when I could buy hundreds of these? And you buy 100 of that, so you could have it for a year, you're going to have food. So commercial dairy, buy organic raw. There are people that sell organic raw meat. You got to find a farmer that does. And if you like to drink milk, but I don't even drink milk, and I don't like it. Seasoned packaged foods, organic natural alternatives are better. So now, the solution. So what's the solution? I talked all this. We do have this book here. It's called the Maximized Living Nutrition Plan. There's two plans to it. There's the core plan, which is here, and the advanced plan. If you're having any sort of disease, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, whatever condition you have, or you're borderline for any of them, you got to go with the advanced plan. I'm going to explain to you what they mean, what's the difference between the core plan and the advanced plan. So the core plan is very simple. So you know that we have three macronutrients. We have fats, we have proteins, and we have carbohydrates. Okay? So in the core plan, you have to eat good fats. Good fats versus bad fats. What are some examples of bad fats? Margarine. What else? What's another example? Canola oil, vegetables. These are bad fats. What are some good fats? Avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil, like organic butter. These are good fats. Ghee, that's another one, right? So these are good fats. So you're gonna have good fats only. You're gonna eliminate all the bad fats. Protein. What are some sources of protein?
Beans.
Nuts.
Yeah, cheese. But mostly it's meats, right? There are some vegetables that have proteins too, but let's stick with meat now. So that's the main source of protein that people take. So eat organic, free-range, or grass-fed animals. So this is very important. You gotta go organic, and you gotta go natural. Okay? And carbohydrates, you're going to have whole carbohydrates. You're going to eliminate anything that's man-made, like the white and everything like this. You're going to stay whole, and that's where the core plan. Very simple to do. The book explains it in detail. It's a very short book, and today we have the book on sale. It's 10% off the price of the book. If you decide to get it, it's only like $30, so you can buy it for it's gonna be 27. I don't know how much it is. Who will let you know. So you can buy it today. You have 10% off, and we pay the tax for you today. Okay? So this is a good book to do. It gives you a good summary of what good and bad is, and there's tons of recipes. The recipe night that we're going to be doing it based on the recipes from this book. Okay? The next one is the advanced plan. Advanced plan, like I said, is people that are sick and they're diseased and they have problems in their body systemically, high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, kidney problems, liver problems, they're getting infections, chronic infections, and their bodies is giving a warning signs, they should go on the advanced plan. So the fat is, so you're going to increase your intake of fats. You're going to eat more fats than usual. Okay? Your protein, you moderate your intake of protein. You're not going to eat as much protein. So you're going to eat more fat, less protein, and you're going to eliminate carbohydrates completely from your diet. So no bread, no pasta, none of that.
No rice.
Right? No rice. The only fruits that you could have is berries, Granny Smith apples, and that's it. But you say, but until when am I going to do that, Dr. Ali? I'm going to die if I don't eat my bread. I'm going to die if I don't have all the fruits that I love eating. And I have to have my banana in the morning. Banana is loaded with sugar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So until when are you going to do it? Guess when until when you're going to do it. You're going to do it until your body starts healing. I had a big passion for a while. I was taking care of lots of orchids. And one thing is, orchids that have been mistreated, they don't flower anymore. But if you take care of the orchid and if you give them what they need, they start flowering. And we have flowering orchids in the front right now. Same thing with your body. If you give your body what it needs, the only thing it's going to want to do is to become healthy. And how long will it take for it to be healthy? It depends how long it's been sick. If you've been mistreating your body for many years, it's going to take maybe a few months to a year for it to reverse. But you have to give your body a chance. A lot of people doubt their bodies. Your body is not stupid. You believe it or not, every single one of us here came from 2 cells only. Only 2 cells. One from our mom and one from our dad. And 9 months later, we had a breathing child that was born. So the intelligence of your whole body is in 2 cells. And the magnificent thing about your body is that it's constantly changing. Like you see, sometimes you get flakes, you get dandruffs and whatnot, or you get dry hands. That's your cells changing. Your skin is changing and you're bringing new skins into it. Every 120 days, your red blood cells change. You get new red blood cells, 120 days. It's changing all the time. Your stomach lining changes all the time. There's a lot of acid, so every couple of weeks, your stomach lining becomes new. So if you have ulcers today, and you stop taking the food that's causing you to have ulcers, guess what happens in a couple of weeks? Your stomach heals, and you don't have an ulcer anymore. If you have constipation, or we talk about colitis or Crohn's disease, if you take what's causing your Crohn's disease away from your body, what's making you have those Crohn's disease, guess what's going to happen to your body? It's going to heal. There's no doubt in my mind. But the problem is, we love our foods and we love doing the things that we eat and we can't give it up. And then we wonder why we're not becoming healthy. So we got that. So this, and carbohydrates, so this is very simple. Like I said, if you guys are interested in this and you want to learn more about it, you could get the book Hui, and today only we have 10% off all of them. The next one we're going to talk about is this. This is the most important thing in your body. And this is what nobody talks about. You could eat all the good food you want, you could do all the exercising you want, you could do all the dieting you want, but if you don't take care of this nervous system, your body will never be as healthy. Because you could go an entire month without food, and people have done that. Like sometimes they go on a starvation fast or something, and they go an entire month without any food, and they live. They don't die. You could go days without drinking any water, and you're not going to die. You could go minutes without air. Some people could do it up to 10 minutes. You could go minutes without air, and you're not going to die. But now you cannot go 1 second without nerve supply. What happens if you cut your spinal cord in half? You're dead automatically, right? So the most important thing in your body is the brain-body connection. If your brain is able to send messages down the spinal cord to all the nerves, then your body's going to be healthy and everything's going to work properly. But if it doesn't work properly, if their communication is disrupted somehow, see, like here I have a picture. So this is the spine, and these are the nerves that are coming out. So here, one of these bones have shifted out of place. What could shift the bone out of place? Falling, trauma, or bad position, bad posture. If you're always on your phone like this, guess what's going to happen to your neck eventually? It's going to take that position. And they say, I don't know what it is, but every morning when I get up, my hands numb, and I got to go like this to wake it up. So these are just warning signs. Or if you take too many selfies, that can throw your neck out of position, right? So this chiropractic is called subluxation. Let's just call it pressure on the nerve. If you have pressure on the nerve, the organs at the end of these nerves are not going to get proper nerve supply. You see, ideally, this is how your body should work. Your brain sends messages down, and it goes through the spine, and it comes out of the bones, and it goes to the organ. And if the organs get the proper messages back and forth, then you'll be healthy. But now, if somebody falls and they hurt themselves, let's use medically accepted terms. If you have this pressure on here, and there's inflammation and problems, and now you feel tingling down your arms, what should you do? What's the best thing you should do? Should you go home and take the Tylenol 3s that you have left over from your grandmother and start taking that? Is that going to fix that? No, that's just going to cover your symptom. You see, the easiest thing to do is to cover your symptom, but is that the best thing for your body? When you have a symptom, that's a warning sign that something's not working properly. You have to allow the body to heal. You see, I cut myself the other day. It's a very small cut. It was something sharp. I cut the tip of my finger. What should I do with this? Should I just hope that it gets better? Or I know that if I'm healthy, the cut's going to heal. It will heal. Like next week, if you come, I won't even remember which finger I cut. But let your body do what it needs to do. So, we talked about this last seminar. I'm going to talk about it again because we tend to forget. Chiropractic wellness patient. So they studied 311 chiropractic patients ages 65 and older. Okay? Who had received maintenance care. So maintenance care is, so let's say they go once a week or once every other week for 5 years or longer. Okay? And what they find versus healthy citizens the same age. The results were astounding. They found that the people that were the chiropractic patients spent only 31% of the national average for healthcare. They had 50% less medical provider visits. Who would like to go to the doctor 50% less to have blood work done and to do 50% less? Their health habits were radically better than overall populations. They had far less cigarette consumption. People that were healthier and more health conscious, they smoked less. And 98.5% believe that care to be considerably or extremely valuable. Okay? And chiropractic wellness patients had 60% fewer hospital admissions, 59% less days hospitalized, 62% less outpatient surgeries, and 85% less pharmaceutical costs. My dream is to have the entire population be healthy and not be dependent on drugs. Last time I took any drug in my body, and for those of you that have come to my talks, was 1999. That's the last time I took any medicine, any prescription or over-the-counter drugs. If I've been able to do it for 18 years, I know that every single one of you can do it too. But it's just we lose faith in our body's ability to heal. We want to take the quick way out, but it's possible for every single one of us. But you just have to know what to do. And in here, we're going to make sure we show you what to do, we keep you accountable, and we're going to make sure that you're able to do it. So what are some warning signs that you have some health issues? If you have headaches, menstrual problems, high blood pressure, depression, insomnia, sciatica, low back pain, constipation, neck pain, dizziness, fatigue, acid reflux, numbness or tingling, asthma, shoulder pain. These are all warning signs. this is not a, this is not your death sentence. You could reverse all of these things if you know what to do. And we have tools that we use here. We could educate, like, I mean, many of you have been coming to a lot of my talks. We're going to show you exactly what to do. And the way we do it is the first step to your health. If you're not a patient here, the first step is to sign up for your first visit. That's complimentary. We pay for that, right? So complete history, consultation, and examination. We're going to do thermal imaging, X-rays if necessary, and we're going to do a posture exam. And what is this? Oh yeah, the ranges of motion. The color doesn't come out good here. So we'll do that. And so the thing we want to do, we want to focus on removing the pressure on your nerves. The next thing we're going to talk about is who's on Facebook here. If you who hasn't liked my page yet? Okay, so when we go home, or if you have a smartphone, take it out. You have one. Take it out and go to this page. It's facebook.com YF Chiropractic, and go there and you like it. You like it. You press the like button. You like the page, and we put a lot of good information out. And if you like this talk, make sure you go to my YouTube page once we post it and like it, comment on it. If you have any questions, you could always send me an email. You could always go to either my Facebook page or my YouTube page and send us a message. And I am pretty quick at answering those messages. And your comments mean the world to me. The more comments I have, the better it is. And the more people we're going to reach. And make sure you share this information with other people. So now next month's event, we're going to be doing a recipe night. This is a fun night. If you're interested, write your name. If you're interested to come to that recipe night, write your name on the clipboard, and we're gonna send you a recipe that you're gonna make, or we're gonna give you a choice of what to pick, and we're gonna make it, and that's gonna be a fun night. We're done for the seminar. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions? So for the next one, we're going to do the recipe night, but if you're interested in any other talks, just send a message, send us an email, or send a message and say, okay, these are the talks we're interested in, and we're going to compile the seminars that you guys are interested in, and we're going to make a talk that will suit everybody. Any other questions, guys? Thank you for your time. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Okay.